Tabletop. Tabletop is a foundation pose in yoga. A lot of the postures will rise out of tabletop. You're going to be on all fours. All fours meaning both knees and both hands. Your back is going to form the top of the table. You want your back to be in a neutral position so that you could rest a cup of tea on your back. You want your neck to be in a neutral position so your nose is pointing down. You don't want to look up. Keep your neck in that neutral looking down position. Put your wrists directly underneath your shoulders. Come to the top of your mat so that your middle finger is at the very top edge of the mat. That way you can know that both hands are lined up in the same plane. So your wrists are directly underneath your shoulder joints, keeping a micro bend in your elbows. You don't want your elbows to lock. So your shoulders and your wrists are in a straight line. This activates all the muscles in your arms. If you have a hard time with that strong bend in your wrist, you can roll up the edge of your mat and put your fingers then on the floor. That'll create a little bit more of an open angle in your wrist. You can also walk your hands out a little bit from your shoulders if you need to. It's best to have your wrist directly underneath your shoulders, but if you need to walk them out a little bit, it's okay. So that's the top part. The bottom part, your knees are directly underneath your hip joints. Your knees are going to be a little bit apart so that they are hip distance apart. Your knees are going to be in the same line as your wrists. Your hips are going to be in the same line as your shoulders. Your lower legs are going to be going out in a straight line behind your knees towards the back of the mat, and your tops of your feet are going to be on the mat. Now, a lot of people don't have the flexibility in their ankles to do that. It's okay. Do the best you can. You can curl your toes under and have the balls of your feet on the mat. The important part is to keep that neutral position in your back, keeping your stomach muscles pulled in so that you can keep strong and steady and in the center, paying attention to your breath. If you need to fold up a blanket or foam underneath your knees, that's okay. A lot of people have a hard time being on all fours. There are a lot of postures that rise out of this position, so if you ever need to move out of the position and rotate your wrists around or straighten your legs, do that. It's okay. And then you can just come right back into the posture. There are no rules. The idea is just to continue to breathe and strengthen your muscles and to feel better and more confident about yourself. So that's tabletop position.